Welcome to the first episode of Character Rambles. Recently I noticed that no one except me understands anything about my stories, not even my best friend, and it's all just a confusing mess right now and no one knows what I'm talking about. So I decided to start up a new video series where I talk about things in my world, so people have at least a vague understanding of the chaos that's going on inside my head at all times. Today we'll be covering the two main families in the town of Springwood, which is where most of my characters are based off of. The two families we'll be talking about is Winchesters and Ravensnovs. Now, in the town of Springwood, these two families are very powerful and they mainly rule over. Now, why is that so? Well, back a very long time ago, there used to be a king. The king was the son of the harvest goddess, an all-powerful goddess of the land, and the king so happened to inherit some of the powers from his mother, which he used to take over a large section of the mainland. Eventually, the king had 4 sons, and his sons were just as greedy for power as he was. They constantly fought over how they thought they should rule and who will be the one to inherit their father's kingdom. Eventually, the sons started fighting so much and were so power driven that they attacked their own father, and so the king, feeling angry and betrayed, decided to banish each of his sons. He basically told them, "You want power, you want to rule, go get it yourself." And so he banished basically all of them to the Harvest Island. The Harvest Island was basically this special island. All the season goddesses are the daughters of the harvest goddess, and they all set up their sort of domains on the island. Each domain in their island is forever stuck in a period of one season. So the summer goddess's domain is like always stuck in summer, and there's 4 sections because on the island because there's 4 seasons. Sorry about the rambling. I don't have a script and I'm doing my best. And so this island is very special. It's very magical. It's unexplored. The king basically uses his wealth and power to basically just buy all the island and divide up the sections and give them to his sons, and then basically put them all on boats, separate boats, with a couple thousand passengers to go with them that will be their subjects, basically. And that was that. Each son decided to set up a different form of governmenting based on what they idealized, and eventually over hundreds and hundreds of years their bloodlines sort of developed their own unique powers and basically are completely different at this point. They've even taken on different last names as well, and there's basically 4 different towns. There's Springwood, like I mentioned before, there's Southern Haven, Autumnsburg, and Chills Peak. The Ravensnovs ruled over Springwood with their more of a mayoral system of ruling, and the Winchesters ruled over Chills Peak. But eventually there's some stuff with the cults and stuff that basically Chills Peak there was a downfall, a sort of nightmare attack, nightmares of the monsters of the world, and there's this cult that basically worships nightmares, and they attack the town, and the Winchesters and all of their subjects have to leave, and it was basically a slaughter, and the closest town nearby was Springwood, so they just went to Springwood. And seeing as how it's been thousands of years, there's not really any bad blood between the families that much anymore, more of just petty feuding. They sort of agreed to live both in Springwood because, yeah, there's not much else they're gonna do, and it would probably be best for the two towns, seeing as how both families are powerful with their own unique powers at this point. The Winchesters have ice powers. They basically adapted to living in Chills Peak, which is a permanent winter domain. I'm sure you can guess that from the name. And the Ravensnovs. In fact, I think all the audio for this video is playing in one ear canal, and I do not know how to fix it, but you know what, if you're subscribed to my channel or not here for quality, just looking at my art, I mean, look at the speed paint. I had to draw the same line Hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. I'm not good at anything. And immortal furries with powers and stuff, because that's basically the gist of my world. Immortal furries with powers. Because I don't know. So even though the Winchesters and Ravensnovs live in the same town as Springwood, the Ravensnovs still rule over because it's still technically their town. It's not their fault that Chill's Peak was taken down by a cult. Yet the Winchesters are so hungry for power. They still wish to rule. They still wish to continue that. So they try to take over, and they somewhat succeeded because Winchesters were the richest of all families because there was a special resources in Chill's Peak that they basically sold off to bigger trading companies, leading them to be the richest. Oh, there's screaming outside my room. I can hear my siblings getting in trouble, raging around the. It's also why I continuously see a bunch of pauses within the speed paint. It's me having to pause to get up and do something to help my family, or just have to stop for the day because I only get like an hour or two in here, and sometimes I just. So they sort of just at the. Looking back at the speed paint for a bit, I'm not even halfway done yet. I spent so much time in a liner. I spent about 6 hours in this drawing somehow. I don't know why. I just struggle to draw quickly. It takes me forever to draw or do anything. I'm terrible at everything. Well, other than that, I'm practically done. I hope you enjoyed the video. I constantly struggled to figure out what kind of pattern I wanted to give this to, and even now I still don't feel completely satisfied. I have an Instagram that's completely and utterly lonely. I think you should follow it, and I like subscribers. I really get very much. Why not hit the subscribe button if you have not already, or I'll find you, and I'll do something to you. I'll let you decide what that is. The threat of not knowing what will or will not happen is always scarier than knowing. And enjoy the rest of the speed paint or whatever kind of music I play on it.